You know, I'm sitting here with a man who knows a lot more about the Army than I do. And one of the first things, and the only thing that I know about the Army is you don't ever volunteer for anything.
That's right.
Mr. Chestnut's going to tell you about that in a minute. But what we're going to talk about today is the inability for Fairmont to function. And I defy any mayor in any town in the sound of my voice or my vision to say I'm telling a lie. Anybody knows that if you don't have volunteer help, whether they do it out of the goodness of their heart or they owe you a personal favor or whatever it is, you cannot function in a town.
That's right.
Not possible.
That's right.
I'm not going to brag on Fairmont, but I am in a way. We we do a lot of activities, and it's not because we have to do them. It's because I feel the need to draw people out of their houses, and instead of going to the beach, come to a yard sale. Instead of going to the mountains, come to a July event that we have where we sell things inside. July 4th, Farmer's Day, the Christmas thing. And we do a lot of those activities that other towns do not do.
Yes, sir.
Well, I can promise you now, I'm telling you the absolute truth. There is no way in the world that Charles Kemp can put together any one of those events, and I can name them all for you, uh, without volunteer. The lady behind the camera right now that I'm speaking into this phone, that's going to be on Facebook and YouTube. The lady behind the camera, Chrissy Andrews, has done more for this town in the last year and a half, almost 2 years,
Yes, sir.
than any single volunteer that I've ever dealt with in 11 and a half years as being mayor. And she gives of her time generously and without any question. And I watched her set up, well, not completely. I watched her set up her tent Saturday. I wasn't there for the very early part, but I was there at 6 o'clock. And I watched her do other things. I watched her walk around and show the whole thing we were doing in an hour, and 20 minutes later, there was 120 people that viewed her thing. You can't get that kind of help. You can't pay for that kind of assistance. So we are blessed in Fairmont, Jerome. We are absolutely blessed to have people that if you just call them up and say, I'll give you a perfect example. Ann Hughes
Yes.
feeds the town employees four
Yes.
times a year. I pay
Yes.
for it, but and I feel like the need to do that because
Yes.
I get paid by the town, so I give it back. Mr. Chestnut will tell you, a pack of nabs and a Coca-Cola, that's about it if I had to do it. But Ann Hughes, they throw out full meals.
Yes, they do.
And
they
at
do it very
Bingo,
well.
Carol Bullock and Jane Powell, they throw out really nice stuff. That's just three names I've thrown out. And you throw in all the other people, the ones who are on our jobs team and other things. It's all volunteer. Tell them how hard it would be to do what you do and what we do without volunteerism.
Most definitely, and I wanted to make a little smart comment or funny comment when you said, getting people out of the house and getting things. I remember looking at an old Batman movie, and at one point, the mayor was concerned about violence and crime, and he said, "We're gonna have a parade. If I have to march everybody out of the house with shotguns, we're gonna have a parade." So it just something funny
like
about
that.
you
I
getting
like that.
people out of the house.
Don't give me no ideas, Mr. Chestnut.
But volunteers are definitely a crucial component of what happens here in the town of Fairmont.
Right.
And I would venture to say in a lot of our small towns, because we just don't have the money to pay everybody to do stuff.
True.
You talked about our employee luncheons, our bingos, but we have significant volunteers in the community from the chamber, from the Rotary Club, our festival organizers for May Day, for the Farmers Festivals, for Christmas Parade. They don't get paid, but they want to come out and help us, and we need that support to be able to throw these events for our citizens to have fun, you know. And every time we do one of these videos, I always issue a call to action for those who want to volunteer. Just a minute ago, right before I walked in here, Mr. Kevin Floyd walked in. He's coming on our planning board,
Right.
and our planning board members serve for free.
Absolutely.
They volunteer to take on that's a tough position now to be on Fairmont's planning board.
Yeah, because you have to vote. You have to
Yes,
make decisions
you know,
on
and they
important
want
stuff.
to do it, you know. So just knowing that we have a good crop of volunteers, I would say we need more to be able to do more for for the community. But we absolutely love and embrace our volunteers, and even our own employees here volunteer to do things in their own time to help the town do Easter egg baskets for the kids. You know, there's a lot of things that volunteers in our community can do. We also have some community citizens that helps with small repairs for citizens in our community,
Right.
and they do it for free for no charge. They just want to be part of a brighter future for the town of Fairmont. And again, Mr. Mayor, I appreciate our volunteers. We try to recognize our volunteers and those community partners once a year at a community pride event, you know, but you know, we love our volunteers and we embrace them here, Mr. Mayor.
Well, I'll tell you this, and I'm not bragging here. I absolutely am not. If you know me, you know I'm not bragging. This is a statement of fact, but it's not a statement of bragging. I've been mayor of Fairmont for 11 and a half years. 8 years one time and 3.5 now. I have never once been told no. Not one time. Let me think about it. I'll get back with you. But never been told no when I've asked any man or woman, boy or girl,
That's right.
any race, any age, any color, to help us do something.
Yes.
Never been told no. And part of it is because they know that I will wear them out and wear them down. I will continue to call them. Have you thought about that? Please, we really need. Part of it's that because I'm just insistent on getting good people to help out. The other part of that is we've got really wonderful people in this town.
Yes.
Unselfish people.
Most
I
definitely.
can't tell you how many people over the years have said to me, "Call me if you need me. Let me know if you need any help." And you know that's a blessing.
It is, and they haven't disappointed us. They come out when we really need them. At the beginning of this year, we had a funding shortfall in baseball. The county changed the way they did things with supporting youth sports, and we got into a pickle, and we had to reach out to the community for help, and the community showed up and showed out, and made sure our kids could play baseball, which they just finished up their seasons. So again, we're so supportive of our community support and volunteers that we have, because there's a lot of parents out there at the ball field that really aren't making anything to be out there supporting our children.
I can name. I can't name them all because I don't want to turn this into a marathon video. Heritage Park, Memory Lane, the sign in front of the library, painting the back of 5 stores. I started on the pavilion down there, but then the Development Corporation took it over. I can personally name $78,000 that has been paid on various projects in this town leading up to today, right now, that did not one penny of that came from the town of
That's
Fairmont's
right.
coffers.
That's right.
All of that came from the back pockets of somebody, a man, a woman, a young person, over the last 15 years.
Yeah, people who care and love our community, you know. So
That beautiful billboard out on I-95,
yes, sir.
it costs $7,000 a year to rent from Lamar. 12 people pay $587 a year for that.
That's right.
12 businesses in this town.
And we appreciate you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So we've got all kind of volunteers. Time in boots on the ground. I'll use a military term. Boots on the ground or wallet out the back pocket or something. But God bless you. Thank you all, and please keep it coming because Mr. Chestnut and I are in no physical condition to do all this by ourselves.
That's right. We appreciate you.